I'm Layla.
I'm Neha.
And we're twins.
So I have some books in my room.
Ha!
Huh, you say?
Yes, I say ha!
Okay, why is that?
Because you don't just have some books, you have a collection.
A cluster.
A hoard.
A heap.
A stockpile.
An omnibus!
Yeah, I'm not really sure that applies here.
Yeah, I know, I just really wanted to say that word. Okay, fine. I may have accumulated some books in my youth, and what a good youth it was.
So we were revisiting said youth, and we discovered this book called The Squad. It's about these teenagers who are cheerleaders, but also in an undercover training program for the FBI.
Believe it or not, Neha's the one that bought that book. I had never even heard of it. I remember really liking it when I read it in high school, so I figured, why not reread it? Instead of writing my own stuff or editing these videos. Lila's still a bit salty about that last part. She kind of blames me for our Christmas video not being uploaded on Christmas. But what are you gonna do? And it was really good. It's always sad when you fall in love with a book as a kid and then reread it as an adult later and realize it's awful, but I really liked her writing and the plot moved along really well.
So when she was done a day later, she passed it on to me
while I read the sequel.
And when we were done with that, we started another series she wrote called The Naturals.
And we read all 4 books in 2 days.
So then we went online to see what else Miss Jennifer Lynn Barnes had in store for us, and we discovered she went to a certain school.
Yale! Not that she's there now.
But she still walked the same hallowed halls that we walked.
Yeah, I highly doubt she spent a lot of time in the medical school when she was there.
I forget that you're boring. I, on the other hand, spent a lot of time on main campus, and let me tell you, Sterling Memorial Library is the place to study if you want to feel like a hoity-toity, fancy-schmancy, struggling artist. Trust me, I would know.
My name is Layla. I'm not a failure. I enjoy long walks on the beach. Thank you and good night. Leela, I study in the brain room. I think I win.
You may have a point there. Okay, Miss Brainiac, what other fun fact did we learn about Miss Barnes?
Alright, okay, so when we were looking at our website to figure out what series to attack next, we realized she had written this book called Golden. It was one of those books I had picked out in the YA paperback section of the library that looked interesting and like a quick, fun read. But God forbid it's actually a really good book because your life will suck since you'll never be able to find the sequel. Like the Fingerprint series. You know, the girl who could hear people's thoughts whenever she touched their fingerprints? Forever stuck on book 4. But I digress. And then she passed it on to me, which meant our lives simultaneously sucked for a while.
I love how she's able to take these really cool ideas but give them a realistic spin.
Yeah, like The Squad was based on cheerleaders learning to become agents, which makes sense because cheerleaders are ridiculously fit, and most of them were recruited for having super secret spy skills.
And The Naturals are based on teenagers with natural talents training to be agents, and they possess these talents because of childhood traumas they suffer that force them to be really perceptive, whether by being able to read people's emotions, profile people's actions, or be deception detectors like the very charming Leah.
Golden wasn't super realistic, but it's based on a girl who can read auras, so I guess that's to be expected. But I really liked how she portrayed teenagers as realistic rather than how adults see us.
Us?
Do I still think I'm 19? Yeah. Do I still feel like a teenager? Heck yeah. And is it weird when people call me Miss Pillay and consider me an adult in a if something goes wrong, go find an adult scenario? Do I even have to answer that? Sorry, they are.
Okay, so next on our list is the Raised by Wolves series, also by
Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Sources also say she just got her PhD.
Wow, she is on fire!
Fahrenheit 451. The temperature at which pages burn, according to Ray Bradbury. Not so much according to the rest of the world, but that's another story.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm Layla.
I'm Neha. She acts.
She writes.
She paints.
She's in medical school. And this has been Roommates.